I'm Tyler, aka Mallacht, and today we're going to do a super quick video, as requested, of the seedling update from the seedlings that we did in our takeaway tech video. Thank you guys, by the way, for answering me on what takeaway tech means. Turns out that the Aussies call it takeaway tech because they call like what we call like a doggy bag or like leftovers, right? They call a takeaway container, and this is pretty similar to a little Tupperware that you'd take away something from a restaurant in. Thank you, whoever it was that answered me on that. All right, guys, before we get started actually showing the seedlings, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. We are at Mallacht's Plants on virtually all social media out there, and go join the Mallacht's Plants in Your Plants group on Facebook. We just gave away 2 different landfill cuttings, one of our star Trichocereus pachinoi, or San Pedro. All right, so to be perfectly honest, some of the seedlings aren't doing all that great, so we're not going to show those, okay? I didn't stay on top as I should have, or as much as I should have, with my spraying of peroxide. I mentioned to you guys that some nasties can grow in there, and where I still disagree with microwaving the soil in order to kill anything living in there. On the flip side, I didn't stay on top of spraying my, my H2O2 to kind of knock back some of the, the cobweb mold and that kind of stuff that I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with that grows in seedling containers. But some of them are doing very well, and so we're going to show some of those right now. All right, so first off here, we have our Astrophytum asterius, the cultivar Super Kabuto, which is a Japanese cultivar of Astrophytum asterius, or the otherwise known as the sand dollar cactus, because it kind of looks like one of those little, sand dollars you find at the beach. But anyway, I want to kind of point out a few that I'm really excited about. This one right here in particular, showing some really cool phenotypical traits there, some real fuzzy white areoles. This one right here might even be what's called in horticulture a nudum, right? Where it's completely like bare, right? It doesn't really have much at all to show. So, one of the advantages of growing from seed, of course, is you get, you get new phenotypes, new traits that haven't, necessarily been popularized yet. Next, we have the SSP, or short-spined Peruvianus, crossed with grandfather seedlings. They are in desperate need of a repot here. I would bet that the root network has probably covered this whole tray at this point. These could really be used to be separated, which I will probably be repotting these in the next week or so. Those were the SSP cross with grandfather that was in the sieved Happy Frog. This next one is in the EB Stone Cactus mix. So we don't see much of a difference between those two. I was kind of comparing those two soils, and as we can see, there really isn't too much of a difference here. And lastly here we have the Copiapoa cinerea. This one was planted in my Mallacht's mix, which is featured on malachtsplants.com, Grow School, cactus care sheet. I have my full soil mix on there. Now I sieved this to get rid of any of the large chunks, right? And that's what we have here. With these Copiapoa cinereas, some really obvious different phenotypical traits. Look at how different these two look. So drastically different, right? This one's got a lot of blue, like glaucous color to it. Looks like a couple of these others are gonna end up kind of looking kind of glaucous. But I mean, this one, right? Completely different than like this, right? Also, this one, right? Such a stark comparison. All right, guys, like I said, that was a short one. Thanks for watching.